Hello guys. So as yesterday, uh, I told you that I will be doing the loss analysis of the month of April. If you don't remember, I'll put this thing again up. So this is what we were doing. So we were doing the loss analysis on the days where losses at the end of the day are more than 1400 and days where individual losses in trades are more than 1000, and this figure is of one lot. So there was five such instances of analysis to be done, and I have done it today. It took me major amount of time because I'm doing it after a really very long time. So we'll be starting by day, and we'll be first going on individual days, and then we'll be going through all of them together, like flipping through each one of them, trying to find out some common patterns and similarities. So, starting from the 10th of April, this was the first day, and this is where my first major loss of this month had occurred, and this was 1531 rupee loss, and it happened uh, overall in two trades uh, on this day. So first of all, let's see the environment. The market environment was uh, this place. So this is the first one, this day. Then second day is 18th, which is this day. Then it was 20th, which is this day. And then it was 21st, which was my biggest loss day, and which is this day. And then there was this one another day on 27th, where I again incurred a big loss, and this is this day. So out of all these days, you can see 27th is the only exception, because rest all the days are sideways inside days. Also, like they are retracing inside the trend. This is the main trend, which is uptrend, and these are retracing inside the trend all these days. So this is one huge common thing which I noticed, that I am not very I'm making losses during these days, good huge losses on these days, and especially, and this was one exception on 27th. So let's start with 10th. You can see the market environment. Here is the big trend which is broken on Bank Nifty. For reference, I'll just draw it once over here. This is where it took, and on a smaller time frame, this is where the Bank Nifty started an uptrend, and should have been on in the uptrend till at least this place. So we know that on 6th April, that is one day before, this target was achieved. The price target is of 41,186. So it's clearly 41,186 on 6th. 41,186. Yeah, here over here it was achieved, and so below this, the Bank Nifty might retrace a little bit. Already on 5th, there was some sort of the candle was not that strong, but still bullish. On 5th, you can see the candle was not very strong. So on 6th, it was an event day. Event day means this was when RBI was releasing its rates, repo rates, and it kept the rates unchanged where it was expected that the rates will be increased. It was a positive impact, but that this thing did not move the way it should have moved, and because of this, it also corrected, by the way. So this was a shock for the price action traders. So let's forget about that. Let's just focus on the technicals. On 10th of this thing, the market opened. This is the previous day flip zone, and these are the support zones. Multiple support zones were being formed over here. So, and also you can see as soon as it came down from the flip zone, this area was kind of no trade zone because of the accumulation the previous day in this zone. And still, uh, I took a trade over here on small time frame. You can see I took a trade over here, uh, expecting the price to go further down, but you can see how bad this trade was because the overall market condition is positive, and over here this is a no trade zone, and even though it's below the flip, it's below this, excuse me, below this previous day flip zone. Even then, and it has broken this, it tried to break out, and there was a false breakout. Even then, this is not a very great place to trade. Even if I wanted to take an entry, I should have taken an entry, sorry, not before around 41, at least till around 41,000, not before that. I took an entry around this place, 969. I should have waited till at least this place, and my SL should have been above this because it's in a no trade zone. So definitely, Bank Nifty might easily come for my SL. Also, this was a support zone, and Bank Nifty had pierced it already. If I wanted to trade, this was my trade. Here I should have traded at 929 candle, at the close of this candle over here on 1 minute time frame, and that would have been the morning trade. But it's fine. This was a small loss, around 20 points loss. Uh, and after this, the pattern over here, you can see the price did not was not being accepted over here, and between the two support zones, clearly the price wanted to move up. This was a very good opportunity. This is very nice bullish pattern which is being formed, like a rounding pattern which is forming. uh, this is uh, one the huge loss which happened to me on 21st. uh, this is because of this same pattern. I was hoping that because it's a nice rounding pattern and this will now go up, but the pattern never occurred. I was expecting it to occur, but it never occurred, although the conditions are a bit different, a lot different. But I'll wait. This is Malab, I wanted to tell you that this is the same pattern I traded and incurred a big loss incorrectly because I traded the pattern incorrectly. This was a very nice pattern to trade, because the uh, because you can see from here this was little bit correction on the previous day, and this was market is still, bulls are very strong. So once it crossed this level 940, one could have taken the trade till 1083, and SL could have been the bottom of this. This was a very good pattern, but I failed to. My major loss of the day was over here trading this. So after the move had happened, I can see this on higher time frame. I mean, on a bit higher time frame, maybe say 15 minutes. You can see lower highs being formed, lower high, lower high, lower high. I'll just mark it. This is the place where, how should I mark it? Lower high, Rather than this, this is the lower high, lower high, lower high. This is again lower than this. So until the price is retracing, and until unless it's trading above this thing, the previous high, one should not have gone long over here. Clearly, one should have not gone long over here, and that's one major issue. Uh, I I was expecting this thing to pay, and even if I wanted to it to go long, I should have expected this to consolidate a bit of consolidate a bit longer than it has been. Because of that, I missed another opportunity over here. Once I incurred a big loss over here, this was a good opportunity. One should have thought about going short over here only, because it's still the pattern is still lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, and until the market is trading above this previous day high, or this pattern is broken actually. The price is trading above 41,167, above this level. uh, then only one could have gone long, uh, technically, because this pattern is still holding lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, and lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So one should have gone short over here, and this is the trend line, small trend line, which was again broken over here. So one could have gone short. These are the two opportunities, of course, with half the quantity, because it's against the major trend on daily time frame. It's long only, but first of all, one should have not gone long over here because of that, and one should have gone short with half the quantity. So yeah, this was the loss which I made. So guys, this was the major loss where I incurred, and it's also important to note that uh, I traded the over here with bigger quantity. That was also one of the main things to tell. Okay, this is on just a second, guys. So yeah, on 10th it was 50 quantities I traded over here, and that was very wrong. I was completely wrong. I completely wrong read the market. This is not how I should have traded over here. So yeah, and on this is 18th April now. So 18th April is happening. You can see 18th April is over here. It's an inside day. It's after breakout. Breakout, the first candle after breakout, which is red, was one day before, which is 17th, but that also recovered a lot. But this was the day where the previous day candle opened with a huge gap up, and again today as well there was a gap up opening than yesterday. This was yesterday's chart, and these two are the important levels uh, from uh, previous uh, previous price action, and this yellow region is again the previous day flip zone. So this is the first trade which I took over here, which was a very small profit. It was a very bad trade because I need to eliminate these kind of trades. Because of these kind of trades, I have these huge uh, government charges and other kind of charges, brokerages. Because of these small, I'm not having these conviction to hold these trades, and the SLM that is also very small, so really need to fix my this thing. Anyways, because of this thing, I've realized that I never go long on trend line, whereas on trend line you can also go long many times. So this is just one example where there was missed opportunity to go long over here, because it's an important place. So if you can see over here, from yesterday's price action, this is an important place. This over here, then again over here. So from here, it formed a shooting star. Sorry, a hammer candle on the very long, strong trend line. So the main trade which I took was main losses which I took was over here, but I also took one trade over here. This is Thursday. So uh, and this zone is very important actually. It's 500 round number zone, and this line is where there was initial resistance. So you can see below 42.33 the candles have not been able to close properly, and above this previously established resistance, not a single candle was able to close. This was able to close, and then there was this bearish engulfing candle. This is bearish engulfing candle formed at the top. So this was clearly a rejection zone over here. I should mark it red. Rejection zone over here, and I took this trade because this was a trend line. Uh, this was a trend line break, and I thought that after the break of trend line it might go down, and the resistance, I kept the SL as the high of the day, and my target was somewhere around this place, not even the day low, because the market is still in an uptrend. If you can see over here, it's on 18. So it's not very clear the market where will it go. It might even go up, it might even go down, but uh, this is still in an uptrend, so I'll find a favorable risk to reward, uh, and I'll keep my take profit very low, because this is a in a uptrend and I'm taking a against a trend trade, short of trade. So but this trade turned out to be a trap, and a double trap, what I say. So uh, it trapped me over here. I took my SL, and then it trapped the buyers who bought over here around 500. There would have been many people who bought over there, and then it came corrected around 400 points. And why was that? It was because it was the first time since the market started started this journey. It was first major correction over here, and then if the market had to go up, it needed to consolidate for at least some time. So it was time-wise correction, not exactly like downwise correction. So market formed a range and it was moving inside this range only. And this was a very big trend line, a huge trend line formed over 2 days. Uh, if you can see, the trend line was touched one, two, three, four, five, six. So generally, such kind of trend line when they are formed, these kind of moves happen, and these kind of moves are further triggered by the fact that there was this trap over here where the trend line showed everyone that okay, it broke, but it trapped the sellers first. So once the sellers were trapped, and then again the buyers were trapped over here once the buyers entered the market. And then when the sellers saw that buyers are trapped again, their SL became very low. Their SL was just over this 500 point, and then the selling started happening, and the buyers who bought over here, they also started booking their profits. In fact, the buyers who bought over here also, they must have started booking the profit, came down. Anyways, this series is more about the loss making days, and more focus is on loss, how to stop the loss. Uh, so the major loss happened over here in this zone. There are two trades which I have taken and in big quantities. The first trade uh, I took was uh, around, yeah. The first trade I took was only one lot, but because of the volatility over here, it took around 25 points from me, and SL was nice. I mean, risk reward was very nice over here, uh, but it took my SL. And here also, the second trade, I took 50 quantity, and as you see, as the quantity increased, the my waiting time inside that trade also decreased. So I was able to hold this trade only for like 3-4 minutes. And why was this? This is very big learning for me actually. So uh, you can see that in this trade, just a second. Yeah, I was expecting the sell-off to continue. This is the prime example of how not to trade a sell-off during an uptrending market. The market is still in an uptrend. On a is it's daily on a daily time frame, it's still bullish. On intraday time frame, it might be intraday till this point. It was a sideways market. Okay, it wasn't bullish market. It was completely sideways market, all with some hints of bullishness, because you can see higher highs were getting formed over here. Okay, uh, but there was some here, because of the confusion, we can say that the low of the day was breached. So you can say that it was more of a sideways market, and on a daily time frame, it was definitely sideways only. There's no two doubts about it. So, and on this day, uh, on daily time frame, it's a bullish market. On hourly time frame, it's a sideways market. And on our trading time frame, it's also sideways market. At this point of time, yes, on trading time frame, it's negative, but I need to see some sort of candles who are supporting like that. The price action should be supportive of whatever I'm perceiving. So this was one thing which really impacted me, and one should know, had this thing occurred on, let's say, this thing occurred on 18th, right? It's in an uptrend market, it's trying to retrace a bit, so that won't be so strong. Suppose it occurred on 9th March, the same thing. It occurred on 9th March. Or let's say, what I'm trying to say is the same thing occurred on 30th December of 22, or maybe say 4th January. What I'm trying to say is this is also an uptrend, a short-term uptrend, short-term strength. Okay. Same thing had it been occurring on this thing on 10th April. Let's go back on 10th April for once. On 10th April, one could have gone short over here, see, and it gave such a good rally. And this was first shot, and this was the second shot. On on 18th April, the same thing. It didn't go that much down. So what I'm trying to say is the market is still in a downtrend. Here the market is kissing this trend line and the way it is moving over here, because now the lower bottoms, the price is strongly rejecting the price below 39,588. You have to see, I mean, different things on daily time frame. 10th April is different from 9th March. So let's go once on 9th March. What was the scene on 9th March? Just a second, guys. On 9th March. See the price on 9th March. You can, this day is meant for selling. Again and again selling. Selling over here, selling over here, selling over here. Then again flag formation, selling over here, selling in three trenches. This is proper selling. And I tried to sell over here in an uptrending market. Even if it would have gone down in a, see, the same thing happened. Selling happened. How should I? Yeah, selling happened, and then the price retraced a bit. Then again, selling should happen. The selling was fast in a downtrending market. Although this thing happened, but on another day, this selling happened, then it retraced a bit, then again selling happened, but it was not that smooth. Okay, you see over here again because it was being supported. There was support zone, so it was not able to break the support zone. Here you see it. There was a support zone, very strong support zone here also, a multiple day support zone. Okay, multiple days of support zone over here. It should be green, just okay. Multiple days of support zone. But what did market do? It just broke down, consolidated again. It again broke down. That's how, what I'm trying to say is this. Again break down this. Again break down this. So this is what is like a clear difference between price action on a this downtrending market, and this is prime example of price action on a uptrending market. So, and specifically there is, the more important thing is there is no clear indication of that happening on this chart. Next day I made profits on same pattern, like it came down, it consolidated, and as soon as it started breaking down and started rejecting the higher points, I took a entry over here and booked my profits over here. So this should not be repeated. This is wrong. If in an uptrend market once selling is happening, it's not necessary that fast selling will happen on the same day. And one, you have to wait for visual clues to happen. Like you have to wait for the price action to develop and scream out and say that okay, trade me now towards the downside against the trend. Then you will trade, and that too with half the quantity. And my main issue was I traded with double quantity. So this is again a main fiasco committed by me. Now this is on 20th April, which is just few days after 18th. So as I have already pointed out, sideways market is where I make major mistakes. So uh, I'll try to After this session, I'll try to do a similar thing for March and again a similar thing for February, and see where are the major places I'm committing these mistakes. And if these mistakes are similar or in a similar region, then definitely, according to April, it's majorly happening when it's in a sideways market and when it's against the trend. So I'm unable to gauge over here. On this day, I was unable to gauge where the market will go and how the market should function during sideways when it's inside a range. So we'll see how I traded this day. Okay. So this day I'll call multiple small cuts death by thousand cuts. That's what the policy of Pakistan towards India is. Constant militancy. So that's what happened today. The multiple small trades which I have taken over here. I took what should I say, a reversal trade which was actually very nice of me to take. uh, this was the trend line. I should have actually traded this place over here, this place long and then again short, a small short, because this was an important resistance zone. Since last 2 3 days it was resisting, and previously it was important support zone from where the price took support. It was important. So this is clearly, this is one setup where I missed opportunity. This was where previous day traps was formed. One trap was formed, and also the market consolidated over here in the opening. So yeah, and I could have gone long one over this place till the resistance. And this is not a very short area. This is actually, if you'll see, uh, this is around 122 points. 122 points are good enough to one for one to make money. And this is so here I incurred a small loss, and I'll go over every trade one by one. And so this is the trade which I took over here. One trade. It's so small that as soon as I took, the price went absolutely against me, and I had to exit. My SL was around 50, 60 points on the spot chart, and it immediately got hit. So that was a very disastrous trade. And why did I take this trade? I took this trade because uh, I saw this as a breakout. If you see, this was a small breakout which happened, and immediately the price came down to retest this. So this is a common thing when trading in Bank Nifty inside ranges that and not even inside ranges in general also, even when the market is trending, I've seen Bank Nifty hunts a lot of SL. So if you have to make entries where the your stop loss would generally be. So where would one, after the breakout, where could one keep the stop loss? Those stop loss could have been kept below the previous swing low, right? So look exactly from where the market reversed, and it was from the previous swing low. Even though it never reached the target, because uh, whatever you can say, but then you could have still gotten out of this trade with some money. You could have made some money even if you were not able to make where the price was not able to reach the target. You were able to make some money. So this is very important to make very conservative entries only at stop losses. In all these trades where you'll see the entries should only be made should only be made where you have kept your stop loss. So this is one trade where the price is stuck in a range, and it's not even it's not even in the big this thing big range. It's inside the previous day range, and in fact it's inside its first 20-15 minute range. The price is inside that. It's such a small range, and I'm trying to go up over here. If you'll see there are too many lines, I'll just cut it out for a second. You'll see over here. But the market tried to recover, but it wasn't able to recover. So after I gave up many SLs, 2 or 3 SLs, 3 SLs for the day. I mean, one very small profit, very small profit. Because I was not able to sit in that trade. Very small profit. Then SL over here, one big SL over here. Then again, I scratched this trade out because it was taking too much time. Then again, I took the entry, and as soon as it started coming down, I again exited. So, because of all these things, and because of this being a Thursday, there were multiple cuts. Even small moves were causing big, decent losses on. Not I will definitely not say big losses, because I was not I was quickly cutting my losses, but still they were damaging. And so don't do this again. That's what I'll say. On 20th April, with 50 quantity, around 12:17, 12:03, 12:03. Yeah, this was the trade where I, after it reversed from my SL, I took this trade with 50 quantities. I thought that now it will definitely break out. It's also 12, around 12, so it might break out. But of course, it did not, right? So, and once it started going down, I should have definitely traded over here. See opportunity, because this was the place where you could have actually made money. This was a trend line which was coming since yesterday, 2 days trend line. It was being respected, and once this trend line was broken down over here, one should have definitely traded. So again, the problem here was of this thing, mismatched quantity, and trading impulsively. Here my entry was not right. Main issue over here was quantity, and here the issue was that I was taking multiple entries and exits. So one thing is, make sure that you only take like three maximum three entries, because I've seen that generally on a typical day, you have like 2 to 3 entries setups market provide. Like over here, you could have gone long. Over here, you can have got short. Then again, in this place, you couldn't have been trading. At this place, you could have gotten short. And then once it failed over here, you could have gotten long over here as well for a very short period of time, taking very conservative entry at that. So this is 20 20th. Then 21st is where I made the maximum loss, the biggest loss of the month. And this is very simple day to trade actually. This is just the very next day. And I remember I woke up with this conviction that today I will make uh, huge profit, and I actually made a huge loss. Uh, so this day was, you can see the market is inside this range, right? Market is inside this range. This is the trend line which is coming. Market opens up, and it does not, it wasn't able to cross this resistance, very important resistance. One, two, three, fourth time it wasn't able to cross. It came down. So one could have had gotten short over here. It was good, nice place to go short, a very small quantity, 100 points, easy 100 points. I got long in this place at 10:30. Sorry, at 10:35, I went long. This was my target. This was my SL, and I kept adding to this position. I kept adding, kept adding. As soon as it came down, I kept adding. At this place, I added some at 10:58, and then again around at I think 11:28 I added. Yeah, 11:28 I added again because I thought that now it should break, but I couldn't see lower highs being formed, but I still added over here lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. And why I took this entry was I was expecting this market that since this market is in an uptrend, it has been in this range, a strong uptrend. This market has broken out. It's 21st over here. Market has broken out of this range after such a long time. So I thought that today it will break this structure and move out, and again give a very big rally today. I was so wrong. Couldn't have been more wronger. And I refused to see what I was seeing on the chart. I again committed the same mistake I committed over here. The market is still trading inside this range over here. The market is still inside this range, and in fact, market is still inside the previous day's range. Leave alone the bigger range. Market is still inside the previous day's range. So I thought that max to max, the market will take support on this trend line and then again move up. But it was so wrong, and I kept adding the positions quantity over here. So this was very foolish of me to add quantity in this trade. Never ever add quantity in trades when the market is range in a range bound. I mean in range. At least between the range, don't add quantity. And market provides opportunities after stupid people like me have given the market its fair share. And this was my initial target, but I increased the target to this place, till this place. And this move, the 12 o'clock move, I exited. I'll tell you the exact place where I exited. Yeah, 12, 12 o'clock. This is the exact place I exited. And this fall was so fierce, so fast, it might look very small. It was extremely fast, 42 points fall, extreme fall. Uh, and the option prices also fell very fast because of that. Uh, and that caused me, I was expecting a loss around 3200 to 3500, and that took my losses till 5500 immediately. Excuse me. So inside range, never add quantity until you clearly see that the market is moving in your favor. Don't add quantity. That's not done. This is not a very good trade, I would say. Market provided a opportunity later on that day. Once the market broke this trend line, one could have got gone short over here only. But even if you wanted to wait for further confirmations, the market over here, there was a big fight. Bears eventually won, and one could have gone short again over here till this place. This is also a good supply zone, and one could have gone long over here again. Go short, go long, but it's fine. Missed opportunity, missed opportunity over here to go short. Three opportunities to go short and one opportunity to go long. There were three places to trade. This was also the longest I have stayed in any trade. 1 hour, 21 minutes, 22 minutes. Longest I have stayed in any trade in this month. The level of patience I must appreciate. But then increasing my SL was not good. That's one thing which I shouldn't have done at all. And this is the last day on 27th. So this is quite foolish. I mean, foo- foolish this thing mistake. So setup was trend line breakout. I took this entry on break of this. I think I took another one setup like this, right? Oh, just a second. No, no, 10th. 10th April. This is breakdown of trend line. This is breakout of, yeah. This is somewhat similar. See, can you see some similarities between this day and this day, 27th and 20th? This also, I took a similar trade, breakout of this trend line. And on this day, I had almost similar shit. Damn, there was this trend line under it. Yes, there is a trend line under it. It came to pierce that trend line after breaking out. It came to pierce the trend line after breaking out. The only difference is the price action. The price action over here, it pierced, and then from over here, it consolidated and went up. I was also thinking to go long over here, but although I didn't go long over here, but still, and and you can see the price didn't go long over here. It went, but later half of the day, and that too, it wasn't able to go long. But it went long over here and went to breach the day's high. And over here, it never went anywhere. And this was my target on that day, that it will go and breach around this place. And why over here it wasn't able to go? Because the price was inside a range, it was consolidating. Whereas on this day, the price has already broken out. It's not in any range over here. You'll see that on a daily time frame more clearly. See, here we're talking about this day, 20th April, 21st April, 19th, all these things. Here we are talking about 27th April, the price is already broken out. and that's why it was able to go up because it's trading above, it's going above and above, it's forming higher highs. The low of the day isn't breached. The low of the day was respected here as well, but it's not as strong as how this place is. That's the difference. That's the difference. That's the only difference. And the only difference is the price action of these 2 days, where these two days are located on the map, on the chart. That's amazing. That's amazing price action. The price came down so hard. Anyways, but this day, one good thing was I took a trade over here till this place. There was some sort of support resistance. I don't clearly remember. But as soon as the price broke out over here, I had price had broken out over this place. I had taken one trade over here. The same thing I wasn't able to do over here, where I should have taken trade. That's why I ended up in profit, even though after that big loss. I also my quantity was managed. Here I took, I think, three quantities towards the upside, and only I traded one quantity towards the downside. But the fall was so fierce that it I couldn't like exit on time, and because it's also Thursday, so the decay was very hard. This was actually a good thing. Exact same place, no, sorry, exact same price action. Previous day high was important zone. Above this, the market would have flown. Yeah, it flew over here. Flew over here again. Nice. This was the price action I was talking about, the bullish price bullish price action. Previous day, this zone is important actually. You can see this zone became, for this day, this zone, this blue line became this thing, flip zone. Previous day flip zone. This is where all the support and resistances were there, 875, 42, 875. And below this, you can see the price is having a hard time to go. It started forming higher highs. And as soon as it broke out above this level, 931, just went one way. Some retracement over here, again some retracement over here. Flew out of this world. So yeah, that's it. These are my findings. Some common findings are, uh, on this day, I ended up green even after one good, very good fall, was because my quantity was managed. And on a very similar day on 20th, same price action, same thing. I ended up red because first I traded inside a range with big quantities. I also missed out on these big trades over here in the morning, and here also the same mistake I did as I did on 20th, exactly the same thing. I traded inside a range. This is inside a range, and that too when it's moving from one range boundary to another. I was expecting it to form a bullish pattern, which I never saw it forming. It was just expected of me to form. And the quantity was too good to be true. It was very big quantity, huge quantity, 4 lots. And because of that, I incurred a very huge loss. Next time, and after I've seen that during when the price is trading inside a range, or price is moving slow, then it's generally after eating so many SLs, price actually gives one or two good trades. Every day there are at least 2 to 3 good trades, but after first in the first move only, either there will be a good trade, or in later part of the day there will be a good trade. But generally in the middle, if you are able to understand the market, then it's fine. Otherwise, it generally traps you. It's a good trade, one short opportunity, one long opportunity, but very risky opportunity. I wouldn't say that, but looking at this, you would be thinking, okay, the market will be going up from now. This move is made to make you think something. Like this move over here, it's made to make you think that okay now, and this will come down so fast, so fierce that you'll think that oh my, SL is taken away. SL is taken. And then it will go around, and eventually people who have entered over here that okay, this was just a faff. Their SL will, their SL again will be taken, and then it's trading inside the range. It's moving from one side of the range to another side. That's how market moves. But it will move while taking your SL. Like it shows us breakout over here. Right? People who have entered short over here, they would have kept their SLs over here. Their SLs gone. People who bought over here, their SLs gone. Then again, entry over here, go short till the range boundary. As soon as the price came to test over here, one could have gotten long. This is a trend line. Let's see. This is a trend line. As soon as it broke out, I'm trading above this where SL hunting happened. Go long. Keep the SL below this point. This point. 1 is to 2, 1 is to 3 risk reward easy. Once it's at the range boundary, decide to go short. Don't trade in between with big quantities. Wait for bigger trend lines to break. Smaller trend lines are there to trap you. Smaller trend lines over here are there to trap you. Don't go anywhere. Smaller trend lines are there to trap you. मांशु चला जाएगा 8 seconds.